Welcome to this presentation for our new app, Track150. My name is Kalen Hamilton, and as one of the developers, I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to hear about our project, which was to create a user-friendly platform and encourage self-improvement for our clients. So our initial goals were pretty straightforward, helping people achieve their goals. Our primary objective was to create a product that tracks progress in any repeated statistic. If someone wants to master a particular skill, for example, given that said skill is able to be easily quantified, our app would be able to help record results and provide meaningful analysis along the way. Our app will offer different features that promote growth in an encouraging environment. After all, we all have things that we want to get better at, especially around this time of year with New Year's resolutions. The app itself is very intuitive to use, as the user can input data points and see the results on a graph with just the press of a button. Today, we've prepared a quick demo of the basic functionalities we came up with. This is our main loading screen. As you can see, users can choose to start a new adventure or enter into any existing projects that they've been working on. Today, we'll examine the Rubik's Cube. On the Rubik's Cube page, you can see that you have three options. You can input a new data point by just entering a number and pressing update. You can look at the graph of all the existing data points so far, and you can also view detailed data. Upon entering this menu, you can see that we have all of the data points organized into a spreadsheet for easy view access. Of course, these are just very basic functionalities, and we knew we had to do more to improve. We decided to examine the test subject in order to gain insight into any possible complications and what we can do to optimize the user experience. We enlisted the help of test subject A, Kenny Huang, a first-year student at a small local college called Princeton. Notably, Kenny was relatively inexperienced with solving Rubik's Cubes and was seriously interested in learning. From here, we laid out a rough procedure for test subject A to follow. First, he acquired a Rubik's Cube from his cousin as an 18th birthday present, and later learned the algorithms involved. YouTube was very helpful for this stage. Once his classes commenced, test subject A began a rigorous training regimen consisting of 3 timed runs every night before bed. Although he only completed 1 run each day for the first few days, he expanded his training to 3 runs at the request of our team leader, Dr. Choi, in order to improve consistency. At the conclusion of each run, test subject A recorded his time rounded to the nearest hundredth in a prepared Excel sheet that automatically calculated daily average and median values and utilized conditional formatting to represent progress more clearly. After 90 days, we analyzed the data. Overall, we were quite impressed by the results, which indicated that test subject A was able to reduce his solving time by approximately 50%, from about 120 seconds to averaging just over 60 seconds. In addition, test subject A reported a customer satisfaction of about 75%, indicating that self-improvement does actually make you feel good. Here are some of the results, as well as the spreadsheet provided to the test subject. This exhibits the average and median values. This shows all of the data points, and this is the spreadsheet that contained all of the data. However, as expected, we encountered a few minor issues. Our first problem was that our test subject experienced serious stagnation, making little meaningful progress after day 60. However, we needed him to complete the training period for continuity, which led to him feeling that the last 30 days were not productive and thus a waste of time. This is an issue because we expect most of our users to encounter a similar problem. To accommodate this, we will introduce a prevention algorithm, which will analyze the data points inputted and push a notification if progress has slowed or stopped. At this point, the app will prompt the user to learn new methods and adopt training philosophies like supercompensation if applicable, or just be happy with their progress and begin a new adventure elsewhere. Another problem arose when taking the measurements. Particularly with the Rubik's Cube, test subject A found it difficult to stop the time precisely when the cube was solved, which may have caused small fluctuations in his results. Some solutions to this problem are simply impractical. For example, purchasing a Rubik's mat can be expensive, and asking his roommates to help will be tiresome in the long run for both parties. Thus, we introduced our own solution, video replay. Depending on the activity, users will have the option to use video display or voice commands to more accurately record their results. For instance, test subject A could say start and end to prevent any physical fumbling with his phone's stopwatch. The final issue we want to address today is the lack of motivation that users can suffer from. This will be especially visible in goals that require daily activity, such as in the case of test subject A. In order to combat this, we suggest wireless integration with dormitory or apartment fire alarm systems. This relatively straightforward approach will capitalize on the fear of being ostracized by neighbors and should prove extremely effective. We look forward to implementing this during our beta testing period. Once again, we'd like to thank you for attending today's presentation. Our team genuinely believes in the potential of Track150 once it hits the market. We hope you are impressed as well, and we look forward to working with you in the future.